Hi, this is a quick start guide about Java and Spring Boot, and here we go. Let's go on this website. I think this is the best way to quick start your Java Spring Boot project. If you search on Google or wherever start.spring.io and you go on this website, Spring Initializr, you can quick start a Java project very quickly. Okay, let's go. Now choose a dependency manager. I'm going with Maven. Choose a language, Java. Choose a Spring Boot version. You can choose wherever you want. Snapshot if you want to test some new functionalities, but I'm going with the default version. Now you can use this is just an example. I'm going to use com.cyberways. The convention is to use your domain name reversed. So for example, if you have a.com, use com.a. Now as an artifact you can choose whatever you want. I'm going with school manager. This is an example, you will know later why, and whatever description you want. Packaging, I'm going with jar, and Java, I'm going to choose the version 21. This is just an example. We are not going to use something particular about those versions, so choose wherever you want. Okay, now the interesting part. If you click on explore, you'll see this pom.xml file. This is important because here you can manage your dependencies. Under the dependency section you have different dependency. These two are the default ones, but close these, press on add dependencies, and for example add Spring Web. This is to give you some useful functionalities, and if you click here and then you add even this dependency, for example, Spring Boot Dev Tools provides fast application restarts, live reload, and configuration for enhanced development experience. This is super useful. Add this dependency too, and this is not mandatory, this is just an utility. If you click again on explore, now under the dependencies section you can see that we have Spring Boot Starter -web. This is different than before. Before it was just Spring Boot Starter, and here we have Spring Boot Dev Tools. So we changed this pom.xml file. This is super important because in the future, when you are going to add or remove dependencies, you have to modify this file. If you want to add something, for example, maybe now you generate your project by clicking this button, and in the future you want to add something like, for example, a connection to your Postgre database. You should add something like this. You should add dependency PostgreSQL. Now close this. Actually we can keep this PostgreSQL driver. If you want to connect to a Postgre driver, you can remove it if you don't want. Let's go, let's click on generate. Okay, schoolmanager.zip. Now open this school manager and unzip this file on your desktop, and then open IntelliJ. I think IntelliJ is super useful for programming Java and Spring Boot applications. Now if you want, you can click on open and look for this school manager folder, but you can just drag and drop this school manager folder, put this inside this screen, just drag and drop it here, and automatically IntelliJ, it will configure everything. It will quick start your application. Now you have school manager, here you have the POM, and you have this little nice integration with Maven. Okay, Microsoft Defender is on our way. Click yes, and here we go. Now if you open this school manager, here you have all the commands that you can invoke with Maven, but I think for now you can just look inside this search folder. Notice this Maven folder. Automatically, even if you do not have Maven installed inside your system, you'll have a bundled version of Maven inside your project, so you don't need to add Maven externally. If you open this main and Java, here we have school manager application. This is our entry point, and if you click on play, for example here, run scroll manager main. We are bootstrapping our Spring Boot application, and here we go. Started School Manager application in 30 seconds on the port 8080. Now if you go on localhost 8080, you'll get an error, but it's a particular kind of error. There's no explicit mapping for this port, but you are trying to access to your application.